Today I can officially announce that Sail has been funded and we're trying to release a full version of the game early 2022. Welcome back everyone to the devlog. This one's gonna be huge. I've got some crazy announcements. Some big things have happened for Sail, so let's just jump straight into it. If you're new to the channel, I'm G119. I'm the developer and creator of Sail. Here's a quick trailer for Sail if you haven't ever seen it before. And yeah, like I said earlier, I've got some big news. Big things are happening for this game, so let's just jump right into it. So first off, thanks to all the new people who've been joining the Discord. We've had tons of new ship testers, and I've been getting some great feedback on the current builds of bugs to fix and just different things that I've needed. So thank you so much to everyone who's been joining the Discord. I really appreciate your feedback. You guys are making this game so much better, so much faster, so thank you so much. And if you haven't joined the Discord, let's go guys, come on, links down in the description. Join up, become a ship tester, and you'll get access to the early beta builds and help me find the bugs before anyone else does. So thanks again to everyone who joined, and if you haven't joined, join up son, join the crew, let's go. So I did do a little bit of work this week. Actually, I did a lot of work. I did a lot of bug fixing, and again, this was thanks to my ship testers. My ship testers found a bunch of stuff that I was able to find and eradicate. Like, little did I know that there was a giant hole on the side of the island, the main island, Isla Fortuna. So got that fixed. I did a couple other small bug fixes, like if anyone has used the inventory system, you'll know that if you put in an item and take it out right now, it's super small. Finally went in and figured out what was going on with that bug, so with the next update, that'll be totally fixed and eradicated. Another thing that I did this last week, if you didn't see my video on Friday, I posted a new way of getting to the crow's nest, and put it out there to see like what people want. Basically, it's like well, the inspiration came from one of my favorite childhood games, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. There was this really cool mechanic in that game where you could get to the crow's nest simply by grabbing a rope and cutting off the string, and it would pull you all the way up. And I was thinking, how cool would it be if we did something like that in Sail? So I messed around with it and came up with this mechanic. And honestly, I think it looks really good, and it feels really good too. It's super smooth with all the physics I have set up in the game, and I put it out there on Reddit, and lots of people were saying, I kind of asked like, would this be better than a ladder? And most people said, yeah, maybe. It was kind of a 50-50 thing. So with that feedback, I think I'm going to go back and try to get the ladder in there as well, and maybe make it kind of a dual option thing, because I mean, it doesn't cost anything to have both of them. And you know, I think it'll make for some really interesting fighting mechanics when we get there and stuff like that. So I'll probably go back and put in a ladder as well, and then again, be a ship tester, and you guys can test out both and tell me which one you like better, and we'll just go with which one is more comfortable for everyone. So, and leave your comment down below on what you think, if I should include both the ladder and the zipline method, or if I should just do the zipline or just the ladder. Really could use your feedback on this one, so please leave a comment down below. So last week I put it out there that we were, you know, thinking about ads, because that's such a big debate right now, and whether or not Sail would ever do ads. Thank you so much for all your feedback on that. It's really great to hear the community, what their opinions are, and everything that's been going on with that. We hear you, and again, thank you for leaving your comments and feedback on that. We are keeping all of your feedback in mind as we make that decision. We haven't made one yet. Personally, I am leaning towards not doing ads and just, you know, making the price at a point where we can get all the things that we need as a development team, and making it so that you guys don't have to endure ads in your headset. So that's what I'm leaning towards personally right now. Again, no final decisions, but we've been taking your feedback into mind, and thank you again so much for leaving that for us. So the big news, we are officially funded, and we signed a contract with a company to help us get Sail developed and released, hopefully within a 6-month time period. So this is huge. It's crazy, but sale, it just basically just got the biggest boost it could possibly get. So to better explain this funding and this everything and the company that I've partnered up with, it'll just be better to explain the full story of Sail. So this is how Sail came to be. I started developing Sail last year and around this time. Me and my little brother, we've been talking for ages about video games. I grew up playing video games. I loved them. Me and my brother would play video games so much. That was just one of the things we bonded over. Since we were little, we always talked about making video games, how we would do it and everything like that. We grew up, I went to college and learned how to code and whatnot. And while I was in my sophomore, junior year, my department hired a new professor who specialized in virtual and augmented reality. He had worked for the US Department of Defense, developing heads-up displays for the military and stuff like that. And he was creating a research laboratory in my department to research and learn how to do things in virtual reality and augmented reality. So I, met this guy and was like, sign me up. And I signed up for his class, wherein we had to develop a virtual reality application in, a 3-month semester. And so that's what I did. I jumped into Unity and learned how to do all that and created a super basic, super dumb, Avatar Last Airbender firebending app with just this super simple thing, target that would move back and forth. And so that's how I got started with virtual reality. I ended up working for this professor and doing a lot of user experience research on, what makes a virtual reality game comfortable, what makes, VR comfortable. And I started consulting for a lot of professors at my college on how to implement virtual reality in some of the projects and research they were doing. So I got tons and tons of experience. With all that, I met one of my really good friends now who was also super into virtual reality and augmented reality, and the two of us kind of became this dynamic duo and the go-to people for virtual and augmented reality. Anyway, fast forward to our senior year, and I got put onto the same capstone team where we had to create a full-blown project, and we were using Unity to create a machine learning algorithm, to train a machine learning algorithm to identify animals from thermal drone footage. It was really cool. And the company that hired us, a virtual and augmented reality specialist company, right? So I tried really, really hard with this project to impress these people, and I ended up getting a job offer from the military to go and build stuff from them. At this point, I had been developing Sail for about a year at that point. By the end of my senior year, the Sail was pretty well developed. Our Discord community had grown like crazy. And, I was planning on doing this job with the military where I was going to, be building stuff for them. I had, it was a great offer and everything, but I was planning on continuing to work on Sail in my free time. So I got talking with my friend who had been hired by this company called Continuum. And I was telling him about Sail and how I was like, yeah, eventually I want to start my own studio. I want to build video games. That's what I really want to do. And I'm hoping that this military job gets me, the experience I need to be able to do that and whatnot. And he was like, dude, this company has the resources and the connections to be able to make that happen for you. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, dude, let's set up a meeting and let's talk about what that would take. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And so we set up this meeting and I talked to Continuum, just awesome guys. I worked with them all through my senior year capstone project and just knew that they were a solid company. And we talked about, okay, what would it take to get Sail together? And they said, look, we can do this. You just need to get the funding you need, And so, I had this number in mind and I started talking to people, trying to get me in front of the investors. And eventually I was able to get myself in front of a few investors, a few very wealthy people, and kind of presented hey, look, this is virtual reality. It's this crazy exponentially growing community. I have this game right now that I've been working on that's already a pretty big hit on side quest. I think that we can make a game here that will, just go to the moon. And they're like, all right, let's do it. And so I got the funding. I signed a contract with Continuum, and last week we got together and had a big meeting trying to kind of, chart our course on how we're going to do things, who we're going to hire and everything like that. And then now we're just in go mode. And our plan is to get this all done and get it all happen by early 2022. We're hoping for a release date either, Christmas time this year or, early next year. So it's been such a crazy experience because, like, when I went in front of those investors, they're like, we will do this, but you got to go full time. So now I'm a full-blown entrepreneur. I've created my studio. The name of my company is Red Team 19. That's gonna be the name behind this game and the many more that I'm gonna do, because trust me, like, sales just the beginning, guys. Like, I've got so much up my sleeve. It's just gonna be crazy. So that's the story of sales so far. We're aiming to get this sucker released super soon, and we're just gonna keep going to the moon with it. If you want to check out Continuum XR and get to know a little bit better the company that I've partnered with to make this thing happen, go check them out. I'll leave a link to their website down in the description below. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm making this game for you. Things are picking up real quick here. I'm super excited. So I want to thank my Patreons. It's like, you guys are awesome. The guys who are supporting me on Patreon, you guys are making this even more possible for us. So thank you so much. And if you want to become a Patreon, links down in the description. Go check it out. But definitely subscribe. You're going to want to stay updated on the big things that are coming. We're going to be doing some big revamps soon, so definitely stay updated on that by subscribing to the channel. And I'll be back next week with another devlog. Probably not as big of news, but you never know. This thing's going crazy now. Anyway, that's all from me. See you next week.